other question way back in the summer, whether there's going to be a season, in the Big Ten saying we're having one, and then here's a schedule, and then, by the way, nothing. And then Nebraska parents and Ohio State alums and very important Ohio State individuals behind the scenes forcing the Big Ten's hand, putting them out on the field, and, you know, the health and safety of the players. We will see down the road what happened by playing this season. All that said, let's place aside the health. The fact that the Big Ten and Ohio State was adamant in Ohio State getting the Big Ten to get back on the field, that paid off. That paid off big time over the New Year's weekend. I mean, what a performance that was. Just an absolute dynamite performance by the Ohio State, taking on Alabama, and I'll be tuned in. I'll tell you that. That's a big matchup right there, Bruce. Big time.
Yeah, I think things got even more interesting because of, look, hats off to Justin Fields. I mean, he was fantastic. What was amazing to me was, if you had told me this was going to happen like after their third game, that this was going to be it, I'd be like, yeah, I could see it, because he had like completed almost 90% of his passes in the first three games. But you saw him struggle and have some 3 picks against Indiana, and then you saw him look like he lost some confidence against Northwestern. Now, Trey Sermon ran wild in that game, granted, they did not have Chris Olave, who's their best receiver, but this is a really talented group of receivers, right? And so offensively, I think they can hang with Alabama. The issue is going to be on the other side of the ball, right? You know, like, I don't know if their secondary can hold up. Like, Alabama is way better on the offensive line than Clemson is. And right now, the receiving core that Clemson puts out there is not what Alabama has. And I just think that this presents a different test. But if Justin Fields is going to play like he did the other night, and they're going to come out with a big chip on their shoulder because they still have it and they have confidence, I think this was a really good thing for the playoff in that regard of what we're going to have, because never mind just that Ohio State is a huge, you know, TV brand and they have a huge fan base that's going to tune in. But I just think, you know, there is a little bit of, there's a newness, at least something, a little like what you had with LSU that has got people intrigued, where it's just not, and this is no disrespect to Trevor Lawrence, who's handled everything, you know, I think in a first-class way. But I just think there's something about Ohio State against Alabama that is very interesting to people, that the other game maybe just is going to be met with a shoulder shrug. People like diehard college football fans are going to tune in, but now I think it's just risen like 3 levels.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.